The Tale of the Tape brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
And look at the height and reach advantage of AJ McKee. That's what Brandon Phillips has to overcome.
A lot of energy, a lot of carryover from last week into tonight. It begins with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. As tonight, live on Spike, Bellator MMA, presented by Miller Lite from Boyd Gaming's Kansas Star Casino. We begin with 3 5-minute rounds in the Featherweight division. Brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports. And now, we introduce the blue corner first. At 5'6", weighing in 146.8 pounds, his professional record, 6 wins, 2 losses, fighting out of Wichita, Kansas, presenting Brandon Phillips. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 5'10", weighing in 145.6 pounds, the undefeated professional tonight enters with 6 victories, no defeats, fighting out of Long Beach, California, AJ, the mercenary McKee. In charge of the action, your referee, Rob Hines.
AJ McKee went the distance last time for the first time. Talked about it as a positive experience. Felt on an off night he was still able to win.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. First round, you ready? First round, you ready? Go, fight.
The fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Oh. It's Miller time, and it almost was. Welcome to the big show, Brandon Phillips.
That's what I mean about that range, that awkward style. Likes the side kicks. It's hard to get inside on AJ McKee, but that's what Brandon Phillips has to do.
Every AJ McKee fight has been just a little bit different.
Yeah.
We've seen the progression. Went overseas, fought in Italy. Had the off night, last minute opponent change to Emmanuel Sanchez. He had Ray Wood. He's a tough guy to fight. Ray Wood took him the distance. Had to use his wrestling, which is certainly in his genes.
Because he was facing a guy who was rangy, who was unorthodox, who fought like he did, so it took away a lot of his advantages.
Point him up.
Ray Wood is very entertaining young fighter to watch. He has a win over Brandon Phillips. One of Brandon Phillips' 2 losses was to Ray Wood. Brandon Phillips has also beaten Chuka Willis, who's a fighter that we have seen here in Bellator.
AJ, watch those fingers. There you go.
It's one thing to talk about getting the big opportunity in the big fight. It's another thing when the lights are on and you're on Spike and there is AJ McKee in front of you. Yeah, I've seen this dude on TV. Now he's in your face.
Got to just be another guy, just another opponent. That's how you have to see it. When I talked to his teammate Dave Rickles about him, he said, man, he's got fast hands. He's got to let him go, though. He's not going to be able to let him go from the outside. He has to find a way inside where he can throw combinations. Because AJ will pick him apart from here all day.
Andy Zerger has a good thing going here in this part of the country with Dave Rickles, Jessica Middleton, just everyone that goes into that gym. They talk about what a family atmosphere it is. It's such a counterculture to the super gyms in MMA. There are pros and cons to that.
Body Shop is run by HMP's dad, Antonio. I wouldn't call it a super gym, but it's a gym where a lot of great pros go to. It's not that, doesn't have that size, but man, some great guys go there. Big names have gone through that gym.
The collection of young talent now that he's got, and he is molding. But AJ obviously is special and obviously is different, not just in their relationship. They have not just the father-son relationship. They have a coach-fighter shorthand that really comes in handy in fights. Download the new and improved Bellator MMA mobile app. Exclusive videos, fighter stats, upcoming events, ticket info. You can also become the 4th judge, score every round live with other fans. Available now for iOS and Android. AJ McKee's gone to that almost a front kick. What's he trying to do with
Set the range. He's trying to let him know you're going to be up the outside the whole time. Now, see, that's frustration. Brandon Phillips was going, hey, come on, come at me. And AJ's going, no. Come get me. I'm winning out here. I'm not going to fight at your range, buddy. Forget it.
Maybe he's seen Rocky 3 too many times.
Exactly.
A.J. McKee, by the way, was born 5 years after Rocky 5. So.
Yep.
Bruna Ellen earlier tonight, born in 1996.
You stop making me feel ancient. I really don't appreciate it. Thanks.
It's out there.
I almost fought A.J. McKee's dad. Okay? That tells you anything.
Right over here.
Groin shot.
A.J. McKee would like to be a dad one day.
Hey, get right over. You
Keep
good?
taking those.
You solid? Okay.
This is all right. Doesn't want to
Watch
break.
those kicks. Gentlemen, ready?
How much of that is the way the fight was going?
Yeah, I don't know if the way the fight was going, but the range at which they were fighting, those leaping kicks, and then Phillips tried to counter with a kick, that not surprising at all. Now, if there's a weakness to A.J. McKee's style, it's that he relies a little bit on his speed. He takes these big leaping shots and then gets back in time. He's still extended. I mean, he can still be hit in the middle of those, and it can really take you off the game. He hasn't met someone really who can do it yet, but that's the danger of his style. He's always extending himself.
Keep this in mind. You don't see the damage always. Good shot, right-hand shot from Phillips, countering, and he's got an answer. But he's laid some good leg kicks in on that front leg of A.J. McKee. We'll see as this fight goes on if that becomes a factor.
I like how he's not just letting A.J. McKee taunt him. He's coming back. But hey, I got something for you. He's trying to show that he's not mentally out of this fight.
Hard hitter. 4 wins by knockout. That's what anyone who works out with him, the first thing they say about him. A hard hitter. Brandon Phillips looking for the upset and the win of a lifetime. Through round 1.
Time, gentlemen.
We have yet to see A.J. We've seen A.J. McKee get into some trouble, but we haven't seen him flustered yet.
No.
As Brandon Phillips started to answer back in the final minute of that first round.
I think round-wise, scoring-wise, it was too little too late to sway the round. But he found something. Oh, this formula works. I can catch this kid when he gets extended with a big shot. And I said that was the weakness to A.J. Styles. He tends to extend himself. Brandon Phillips started finding his counter-punching range.
Now, keep in mind, the majority of those 14 landed on the front leg of A.J. McKee. We'll see if that becomes a factor if this fight continues to go long. Remember, A.J. McKee, his first 3 or 4 fights, his first 5 fights lasted 15 minutes total, and then he went 15 against Ray Wood. This is already the second longest fight, the 7th for A.J. McKee.
Now the problem is when he throws that jab the way he does, it's accurate, it's fast. He extends himself so much that when Phillips goes back a few inches off the jab, he's out of play. AJ can't really combo effectively after that without leaping forward, which is risky. That's why we're seeing that pop jab, and he doesn't really follow up after it because his target's just too far away.
He's been throwing those front kicks with the right leg. That's the first time he came in with the left.
Brandon Phillips has discovered, okay, I think my way to win here is to catch A.J. McKee extended, be a counter puncher. We haven't seen his ability to initiate yet. He's been waiting for A.J. McKee to make a mistake.
That's how he beat Chuka Willis. And every time Chuka Willis moved, he made him pay. Whenever he changed direction. We're back with you next on Saturday night, February 18th. Bellator MMA presented by Miller Lite. For the first time in 6 years, Fedor Emelianenko will return to the United States. He'll face Matt Mitrione in the main event. I told you about the Brent Primus Adam Piccolati fight, which could have major ramifications for those two undefeated fighters. Later on tonight, live on Spike, we will reveal the co-main event for February 18th in San Jose. And don't go online. You're not going to find it. I know it's annoying now. People try to do an old-fashioned broadcast tease. I mean, just, hang out with us. I promise we'll get to it. Everyone's Googling co-main event. San Jose, I want to find out.
You can almost hear him, can't you? You can feel it.
Then we'll take cross off AJ McKee.
Or Brandon Phillips. He has power himself.
He does.
And he's trying to find range for the power shots. But the problem with scoring around like this is AJ's the initiator. AJ's landing first. Brandon's got to wait a little bit. So I don't think he's as busy as he should be because he's waiting for the gaps to throw back exactly like that. And once again, he's coming up short.
Another true positive for AJ McKee at 21. When you think about it, now we've seen all of his fights. The opponents have all been different. Different skill sets, creating different challenges for him to overcome. There's a level change. Fans reacting. That was more of initiated. Yeah, that was a level change by AJ McKee, not a shot that landed. Every time fans react, you wonder how the judges saw it.
Certainly, I think a closer round 2 than round 1. I still have AJ McKee slightly ahead in this round. Brandon's got to throw some combinations and get AJ backing up. He can steal this round.
6 days after San Jose, by the way, we're headed back to Ireland, and we know halfway around the world, James Gallagher has his eyes on this one. He and AJ McKee have become social media frenemies over the last month or so. Gallagher, the Irish undefeated phenom, beat one of AJ McKee's teammates in his last fight in December. An awful lot going on these days. Let the talking heads talk about all week long. Hey, as Bellator turned the corner, everything coming off of LA, this big show. You know what? Just sit back and enjoy the ride, because there's an awful lot going on, including AJ McKee, who's found himself in a real firefight here. A tough opponent for him to figure out. This has been a good one through 2 rounds. All right, we're on to round 3. This has been a good one. It's been very close, but AJ McKee has probably won both of these rounds.
By a thin margin. By a thin margin. In fact, round number 2, that last 30 seconds, man, Phillips started putting it together, started pushing AJ back. But once again, the last 20 seconds of the round, he needs to do that early.
I would be surprised if all 3 judges have it 2-0 for AJ.
I would be amazed. Especially, remember, Phillips is a hometown guy.
Yes.
You know, his dad said when he went to the corner, AJ McKee's dad, Antonio, said, hey, 1-1. I think it's 1-1. He thinks the judges saw it Brandon Phillips' way, and he could have. I mean, definitely. Can't feel comfortable about it.
Which is all AJ McKee ever seems to feel, is comfortable. He was born into this.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Brandon, make sure those fingers aren't toward his face.
Seen AJ McKee overcome different things. The last fight with Ray Wood, when he had to go to the wrestling, to go the full 15 minutes. He was cut in his second pro fight and had to quickly respond to that. He got hit with a low blow in the fight in Italy. Had to respond to that.
He's got to keep him there. That's where Brandon Phillips is finding success, when he pushes AJ McKee back just like this, and then he backs off and lets him out again. He cannot do that. He has to keep the physical pressure on.
AJ McKee has been more than, he kind of bounces back against the fence. There's an opportunity there.
Because he feels safe. He knows Phillips is giving him space. Nice takedown. Nice timing on that.
That's AJ McKee saying, all right, this has been fairly even on the feet. I can't take any chances here. Let's see if I can create some separation on the ground.
Grapple with AJ more than once. Has good pressure, excellent front shows. And he just got swept off. Big move by Phillips.
Always dangerous spot. Always think of Ben Henderson and Dos Anjos. When you're in that scramble, everything is out the window. You're at range, you're spun around.
Hands are usually down. You're on the defense.
Stop. Time.
I didn't see what happened.
Stay right there.
It's another groin shot.
AJ, how you doing? That's 2 in a row, bro. Okay. You got time to recover. Do you need to see the doc? All right, you take your time. You stay right over
And
here
he
for me.
punched him right in the groin.
Take your time.
Unorthodox, but effective.
I mean,
Both
you know,
were
the Keith
unintentional.
Hackney
That's the
special,
second
you
time.
know.
Yes, sir. If it happens again, I will deduct a point from you. You understand?
Cool, man. I'm sorry.
We're good. We're good. Stay right here.
He's looking
Yeah?
up at the screens in the corner
sure
of the
he
arena.
did.
Yeah, you did
Positive.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Here
My
we go.
bad.
Time ready? Here we go. Fight.
Now, always fascinating moments immediately following a low blow stoppage. Remember, this is the second one already of this fight. A.J. McKee bounced right back after the first one.
And I thought Brandon Phillips had the momentum.
He did. This is a close fight. If that there is little question, you're going into the final 2 minutes.
A.J. McKee very active with the right lead, but hasn't thrown a lot of power lefts. Hasn't thrown the kind of punches that would back Phillips off.
Judges will be looking at that too.
A lot of power kicks, not a lot of power punches.
Brandon Phillips wanted his once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and he's making the most of it. Trying to be the first to hand A.J. McKee a defeat.
I think this round is very much up for grabs with 1:20 left. I have it just about even. A.J. got the takedown, but Brandon Phillips has been more the initiator in this third round.
High drama now. A.J. McKee escaped, going the distance for the first time his last time out, beating Ray Wood. But this one's going right down to the wire. Good counter.
Nice stuff with that right hook. You see A.J. McKee a little more active at the end of the round. The last couple rounds, the last minute, Phillips has kind of turned it on, but A.J. standing his ground a little bit more in this third round. And that's a bad tendency. That wasn't a big shot. A.J. relaxes and just moves back. It looks more damaging than it really was. Exactly. Coming back strong, though.
You can make a very easy case that A.J. McKee won all 3 of these rounds, but he could still lose this fight. That's how close these rounds were.
Takedown right at the end to ice it. Standing on the hip.
There will be some suspense here. A.J. McKee lands a couple of good shots at the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance inside the Bellator cage, will go to your 3 judges. Your first judge, Sal Diamato, and Judge Kerry Hatley. Both see the fight the same, 29-28, while your third judge, Greg DeBilvis, sees the fight 30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, A.J. the Mercenary McKee.
Fans don't like it, but they got it right.
Yeah, I think they did as well, but Brandon Phillips goes back to the gym. They tell him, you throw, you push him against it. They can show him moments where if he had done more of that, he could have won this fight.